thank you guys, first of all, for coming over. I really appreciate your guys' help in this. And so basically, I just want to start off by asking you a question. It's a guessing game, kind of. Can you guess the company whose CEO made this claim? And the quote, "Food is essential to life. Therefore, make it good," unquote. I'll give you a hint. Go ahead.
It's Chick-fil-A.
It's Chick-fil-A. Who's the CEO of Chick-fil-A?
Colonel Sanders.
Not Dan Cathy.
Truett Cathy. Truett Cathy is the one who made the quote. Of course, Truett Cathy is dead now, so Dan Cathy is now the CEO of Chick-fil-A.
I think Cathy was a race.
Okay, so Truett Cathy spent years working on a recipe that would become the benchmark by which every other chicken sandwich in fast food is measured by. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich was tested over many years, but wasn't perfected until 1964. There are a few different factors that go into making the Chick-fil-A sandwich that makes it so delicious. First, Truett discovered that by taking the bone out of the chicken breast, it cooks a lot faster. Second, he found that by pressure cooking the chicken, it actually kept the natural flavor of the chicken inside of it. So it sealed in the natural flavor through pressure cooking. So that's when he found the Henny pressure cookers, which were popular around that time. Thirdly, the chicken is breaded with Truett's secret recipe. This took him many years to develop. He wanted something, he wrote in his book about how he wanted something that wouldn't be able to be easily redone at home. So he came up with a secret recipe. And then finally, the chicken is cooked in 100% refined peanut oil, which is trans fat free. So while much time was put into making this process perfect, and it has become a centerpiece of many meals for many families, it is not the cornerstone to what has made Chick-fil-A a nationally known brand. Surprise, surprise. Chick-fil-A is a successfully growing national quick service restaurant, and its success can be attributed to the company's corporate purposes. In October of 1982, Truett Cathy scheduled a meeting of the executive committee to discuss where the business was going and how to get there. They wanted a plan and they wanted a roadmap. It was at this meeting that Dan Cathy, which is Truett's son, asked the big question. He said, quote, "Why are we in business?" Because of this question, the meeting took a new turn as they developed two statements to establish as a corporate purpose. It is through these two purposes that Truett explains the successes of his business. So when Truett talks about his business, he talks about it in two different ways. The first corporate purpose is, quote, "to glorify God by being a faithful steward of all that is entrusted to us." Chick-fil-A has established more than 1,800 restaurants in 40 different states, including Washington, D.C., since its beginning in 1967. Every year, this number grows as they take the profits from their already growing locations and use them to start in new areas for more potential growth. In 2013, Chick-fil-A exceeded $5 billion in annual sales. This was the 47th year of consecutive annual sales increases. This means that every year since it started, Chick-fil-A has continued to have an increase in sales, which is not normally common in most small businesses. Every year, Chick-fil-A has increased in sales and in profit. And every year, Chick-fil-A gives it back to more growth and for those who are in need. So in 1984, Truett Cathy started to give back to those in need by establishing the WinShape Foundation. Truett and his wife Jeanette had a vision to strengthen families and bring people closer to God and each other. The WinShape Ministries are committed to shaping people to be winners by living life on purpose with purpose. WinShape's history goes from being a college scholarship to a foster program to an international ministry, a conference and retreat center, and finally a marriage program. Every year, the foundation awards anywhere from 20 to 30 different students scholarships that are worth up to $32,000. The WinShape Foundation has many different avenues of ministry. There's the WinShape Leadership Scholarship Program, which the Chick-fil-A chain has actually given more than $32 million in financial assistance to its employees. Throughout the WinShape homes, 13 foster care homes have been started and provided a safe and loving home to more than 450 children. With these 13 homes, each individual foster home fosters fosters many children, with the parents whose sole duty and responsibility is to take care of the children and to love them. Through the WinShape camps, more than 18,000 campers have been positively influenced in their character and relationships. The WinShape Retreat has helped numerous people through its multi-use facility. They use it for marriage retreats, they use it for women retreats, men retreats, and other conferences and any other things that help to enrich peoples and their characters. Truett Cathy has created a business to glorify God with what he has been given. This is how he puts it, quote, "I'd like to be remembered as one who kept my priorities in the right order. We live in a changing world, but we need to be reminded that the important things have not changed. I have always encouraged my restaurant operators and team members to give back to the local community. We should be about more than just selling chicken. We should be a part of our customers' lives and the communities in which we serve." Truett's quote ties in both of the corporate purposes, the second being to have a positive influence on all who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. This purpose encompasses both the customers and the employees. Truett Cathy wrote in his book, How Did You Do It, Truett?, that when we have team members working together like a family, they extend that feeling to their customers. He focuses a lot on the family aspect of working at Chick-fil-A. Most of our team members and the way that we work around each other is we work with each other is by becoming well known with each other. We like to get to know each other well enough so that we develop this family atmosphere. Another way that Truett encourages family working is by being closed on Sundays. While there's many aspects as to why Truett's closed on Sunday, or Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays, one of the reasons is because Truett wanted people to be able to spend that day with their families, including the employees, to give them a day off and to not only worship God, but to spend time with family. He continued to talk about how Paul Richards, manager of the Dorff House, hand-wrote around 400 birthday cards to customers every year. He continues this relationship of family through writing birthday cards to each other. And we continue with our customers, creating that relationship to even know when their birthdays are. However, it goes further than simply caring about people. In fact, Truett Cathy has stated in 2 of his books that the most important decision that is made at Chick-fil-A is the selection of an operator. There are several lists of requirements and traits that an applicant must meet to be considered for the role of operator. Some of the traits include being a strong entrepreneurial spirit, having a desire to be in business for yourself but not by yourself, and the ability to lead and influence others in a positive way. Once an operator has been chosen, it is their responsibility to find team members who reflect the values of Chick-fil-A. They want people who look for the family atmosphere and who work to influence others in positive ways. At Chick-fil-A, we strive to be remarkable in all that we do. Not just having people like us, but that they like us enough to talk about us in a positive way. And they like us enough to want to talk about us. We look for ways every day in which to meet any of our guests' needs. When I am off the clock, but and still in my uniform, and a guest asks me a question, I am more than willing to help them in any way. Not because I have to, but because I have a genuine interest in that person. Truett Cathy says it best in his book, Eat More Chicken, Inspire More People. Quote, "Nearly every moment of every day we have nearly every moment of every day, we have the opportunity to give something to someone else. Our time, our love, our resources. I have always found more joy in giving when I did not expect anything in return. So in conclusion, while Chick-fil-A has definitely created a delicious chicken sandwich, it is because of their goals and desire to stay faithful to their purposes that they have affected more lives in ways that go beyond meeting nutritional needs. Chick-fil-A's website has a tab that shares the testimonials of customers and families who have been affected by the genuine love and care from their Chick-fil-A. Right now, there is a video playing about a mother whose son was diagnosed with cancer. Jennifer Napier was struggling to make ends meet for her family. She had coupons for Chick-fil-A, but not enough for her entire family of 7 to eat. Patty Brockett, who was a marketing director at that Chick-fil-A, noticed her troubles and treated all of the kids to lunch that day. Patty heard their story and reached out to the other local businesses to do something special for the Napier family. Together, the Chick-fil-A and the rest of the local businesses collected over $5,000 in gifts for the family for Christmas time. Patty remarks, quote, "Giving can be so contagious if you open up your heart and give." Chick-fil-A continues to grow because of people like Patty, who have adopted the corporate purposes as their own. Thank you.
Amen. And time.